Hey, everybody, I'm Brian Custer. Our next partner, Athletic Greens. You know, I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. You think I got like this overnight? No, it's because of AG1. And I wanted to try it because I wanted better gut health, increased energy, immune system support. I take AG1 in the morning before starting my day, and it really makes me feel like I'm doing something good for my body, like covering all my nutritional bases. And it's great before your workouts. It's made with 75 super high quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced ingredients that deliver benefits like mood, immune system, and sleep support, sustained energy, and really so much more. Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 travel packs to go with your first purchase. All you've got to do, go to athleticgreens.com/laststand. That's athleticgreens.com/laststand and check it out.
It's The Last Stand. And here is your host, Brian Custer.
That's right. It is The Last Stand. I'm Brian Custer. We bring you the biggest names in the sport. Man, joining me today is one of my favorites. Former two-time, two-weight division world champion. Now one of the top contenders at 135 pounds, pound for pound. I'm going to say pound for pound. One of the slickest, best fighters in the world, Shakur Stevenson. What's up, champ? Welcome back to The Last Stand.
What's good, Brian? What's good, Brian? Hey. But I got to stop you right there, right?
Come on.
Because when they said it was Errol and Terence, and they was talking about me, and you kind of act like you ain't know who they was talking about, man, and you kind of threw me off. So I just want to address it with you firsthand.
Yes. Here's my thing on that. I don't ever want to assume who they talked about, so I always want the fighter to say the name. Go ahead and say it. I'm not gonna put words in your mouth. So go ahead and let that name out. So that's why I didn't say anything. I'm like, go ahead. Who are you talking about?
Yeah,
who are you talking
I'm just
about?
saying it kind of looked like you were not trying to say my name, but you know it's all good. It's all love. I
Yes.
don't take nothing personal or nothing like that.
Listen, don't let them social media trolls get to you,
Yeah,
because if it was like that, we wouldn't even be doing this interview. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. We good.
There you go. There we go. Okay. So look, it looked like you and Frank Martin were going to do this fight November, Las Vegas, for the WBC lightweight title, and then all of a sudden the fight falls out. You got to tell everyone from your perspective what happened.
I think Frank Martin got cold feet. I think that before the fight was signed, it sounded good. Everything sounded good, but once the fight came to fruition, I feel like he got real nervous and didn't want to fight no more. But his excuse and his reasoning, he would tell you that it wasn't enough money. But truthfully speaking, it was quadruple more than he ever made in his entire career.
Wow. Can
And
you
that's
give
a
us
fact.
any? Can you give us any insight? Like, how much were we talking about? That the
I'll
purse.
tell you his numbers. I don't mind telling you his numbers, but
Mhm.
the numbers that he done made in his career was the highest was 250,000. That fight that he would have just fought, he would have fought for a world title, and he would have fought for $1 million. So 250,000 4 times give you $1 million, and that would have been the most money he would have ever made in his career.
So Shakur, he tweeted out, quote, "I didn't duck shit." Then you tweeted out, "The media is sick. They make up rumors just to protect certain fighters' image." What y'all have been talking about, that a man ain't pulled out the fight to fight nobody else? What do you think? Why do you think Frank Martin pulled out? What? And I guess that's the question. Why do you think? Why do you think he pulled out? Because there are rumors like, oh, he's got a bigger fight on the horizon. Why do you think he pulled out?
I don't think fighters want to lose. I think that deep down inside he know that I'm one of the best fighters in boxing, and like I said, I don't think he wanted to lose. I think that when it came down to it, if he was going to take an L, he want to make 10 times more than he ever made in his career. So I guess 4 times is not enough.
What did you make? He did get on social media And what did you make of him saying something to the effect of, well, sometimes these fighters be asking for too much. Maybe they need to humble themselves, take less. It almost gave the impression that Shakur was asking for way too much money for this fight. Give me your thoughts on what you saw when you saw what he posted.
My problem with that issue is, I mean, what he said was, you shouldn't speak on nobody else's situation if you don't know the details. So when he went and said stuff about me and spoke on my situation, not knowing the details or what happened in the situation, it just turned around and slapped him in the face. I think he got slapped in the face because what he said he didn't stand on. Plus, my situation and his situation were two different situations. I would never, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. I love boxing. I love to fight. I would never turn down quadruple more than I ever made in my career for a world title. I would never do that.
Shakur, how frustrating is this for you? You were in the ring after Haney's last fight. Many thought, oh my God, that's going to be the next fight. It seems as if Lomachenko has no interest in fighting you at all. And obviously Haney's now going to take on Prograis. No one's talking about Shakur and Tank. And now that obviously this Frank Martin fight is falling apart. How frustrating is this that Shakur Stevenson can't get this marquee fight?
I mean, it's very, very, very frustrating. It's stressful, frustrating. I try to make the biggest fights happen and the best fights happen. With the Lomachenko situation, that was another guy who was offered the most money that he would have ever made in his entire career to fight me. He said no. With the Frank Martin situation, he was offered the most money that he would ever make in his career to fight me. He said no. So honestly, it's very frustrating trying to get these guys in the ring and get these guys in the ring to fight me.
Does that mean Edwin De Los Santos is next then?
Maybe. It's depending on if he take. I don't want to get my hopes up no more because even like with the Frank Martin situation, I never truly wanted to fight Frank Martin. He was never on the horizon. But when the fans got excited, I got very excited. I got real motivated. I went and ran miles and miles and put a lot of work in just because the fans got excited. So I don't want to keep getting my hopes up with anybody. Until a fight is signed and fight happens, I won't get my hopes up. I'm just going to keep my head down and stay focused.
What do you then think it will take to get a marquee fight with Shakur Stevenson in it?
I don't know. I can't. That's out of my power. I can only control what's in my control, and what's in my control is staying focused, staying in the gym, staying in shape, and being ready for whenever the time comes. So I don't know what I got to do to get these guys in the ring. Maybe I got to go out there and have a bad performance. I probably got to go have a close fight with somebody, and then maybe somebody will get in the ring with me.
So what happened then with you and Devin Haney? Because, as we just said, you were in the ring after his last victory. You guys certainly have a long history together. You've gone back and forth on social media. I know you told him if you ever catch him by himself that you go smack him. He replied that he'll bet that 25% that he's going to whoop your ass. Do you think that you two will ever fight?
I want to fight. I'm the guy who went in the ring. I'm the guy who went to him. I'm the guy who started the chaos. I want to fight. I want the drama. I want the smoke. I'm with that. But at the end of the day, he tried to lowball me. He tried to throw something out there that was nothing. It was pennies. My last 3 fights, I made more than what he offered me. So since I was offered less, we went another route. We didn't just say no to the fight. I went and made myself the mandatory for the belt, and I expressed my mandatory position. And now you see me fighting for the WBC title. That's his. I'm fighting for his belt. So the world could put together what really happened, but I ain't trying to spend 20 minutes talking about the situation. The situation is what it is. I'm willing to fight any and every fighter in the sport of boxing because I believe in myself.
Were you a little tweaked at all that, and it's been a little bit, but obviously it came from the Haney camp. Some say that it was his father leaked out that old video of you two sparring, and you can hear you say, I guess after one round, like, yo, that's it. I'm tired. I'm done.
Did you watch the video though?
Yeah, I watched it, but I was like, yo.
Did you see the smile on my face?
Yes, I did.
Did you see the smile on my face?
But you know how the way they leaked it, they tried to give it as if you were like,
because once again, like I said, I'm not trying to spend 20 minutes talking about Devin or anything with him, but he has media and he has a lot of media people that he's really close with, and they are very great at spinning the narratives and putting a certain narrative out there that is not true. If he posted that little video, tell him to post the full sparring. Mm-hmm. If he posted full sparring, I bet you the entire world would say I beat the shit out of him. I bet you. That's the reality of the situation. When I said that, I was smiling. I was smiling at him like I was just smiling because I had got off on him. I beat him up, got off on him, smiled. I'm like, bro, I'm not about to. I sparred him 3 times that week. Like we sparred 3 different times that same entire week. Bro, I'm not about to keep. I beat you up already, bro. What I'm gonna do with you? Like, what we gonna sit here and spar 1,000,000 rounds? You're never gonna be able to get your get back, bro.
How old were you guys in that video?
I want to say we was 18. I was 18 and he was 17, or because they got another misconstrued. He was born in 1998. I was born in 1997. So they try to make it seem like I'm way older than him, but that's not true.
Yeah. Listen, I know you are real tight with Bud Crawford. You guys are like brothers. So I know you were at the fight. I saw you at the fight when he had with Errol Spence. I know you were pulling for Bud Crawford in that fight, but did you, in your heart of hearts, believe that performance, it was going to be as dominating as a performance as Bud put on?
Now, I knew it was going to be a knockout. Like, I knew Bud was going to stop him. I knew Bud was going to do what he was supposed to do when it came time. But he definitely exceeded, like, my expectations. He definitely performed at a very high level, and he did what he was supposed to do. So I'm not going to act like I just knew he was going to dominate him that bad, but I knew the outcome of the fight.
You know, it's interesting, Shakur, because – and I had to do a lot of interviews even before the fight, and I said the same thing that, like, I think Errol, the bigger guy, and if there's going to be someone who's going to be the bully in the ring, it's probably going to be Errol Spence Jr. and would, if anything, wear down a Bud Crawford. But if there was going to be a knockout, I felt like it was going to be Bud Crawford because I felt like out of the 2 fighters, he has more of the knockout power. But, man, he not only dropped EJ, but was the bully in the fight, which really surprised me.
Honestly, I got nothing but love and respect to EJ. EJ definitely got the heart of a lion. He signed up to fight Bud. 2 great fighters for it. And it just was the outcome of the fight. But at the end of the day, a lot of people didn't know how strong Bud Crawford is. So they see him, but they don't know like how physically strong he is, how punching power strong he is. Like he just a strong individual. And honestly, I think skills paid the bill that night.
Will it be any different? Obviously EJ has ordered the rematch, and he wants that rematch before the end of the year. Why will it be any different at 154?
I don't think it will be any different. Like I said, I think the skills played a part in that fight. Skills pay the bills. The fighter with the most skills, 9 times out of 10, is going to win the fight. Especially when you're all-around fighter, and Bud is an all-around fighter.
Okay, so there's another big fight on the horizon. Charlo, Canelo. Your thoughts on the fight? Who's winning that fight?
That's a 50-50 fight. I don't count Charlo out. Like I can't count Charlo out. I think Charlo is a great boxer. he does some things technically that he could definitely give Canelo a lot of problems. But I also see like where Canelo could give him problems with his walk down style. And if he get inside and make it a fight, how Castano did the first fight, Canelo could win the fight too. But I'm rooting for Charlo. I know Charlo. I talked with him before, and he's a cool guy. So I'm rooting for Jamal Charlo.
What'd you think about your big brother Bud when he said he'd like to come up and fight Canelo at a catchweight? And then Canelo, I talked to him on the last stand. I asked him about it, and he said, "Listen," he said, "you know, to me it's nonsense." He said, "What do I get out of that if I fight this guy?" You know, people were talking about. He said he was also talking about fighting Gervonta Davis, and if Gervonta Davis wanted to come up and fight him, and Bud said, you know, I would beat him because he's coming up to my weight division, and I'm too big of a guy. What do I get out of beating Gervonta Davis? And he said, so Canelo said, I would say the same thing to Bud Crawford. What do I get out of beating you? Because I'm too big for you. Your response to that, what do you think?
I think that at the end of the day, it's big money fights. So who else like would Canelo fight that he will make a huge amount of money? I think that Bud Crawford is the perfect fighter for him to make a huge amount of money. So I I look at it from that aspect. I get what Canelo is trying to say. Like I understand what he's trying to say, but um, just gotta wait and see. We only know. I think skills win fights. I don't think weight win fights.
Who is your marquee big money fight?
Tank.
Wow.
Me and Tank is the biggest fight in the world when it happens. I've been saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. No matter if he want to go up there and act like he don't know my name or don't want to say my name or give me that type of exposure. I don't care. I'm gonna say the truth. The truth is the truth. Me and Tank is the biggest fight in the world when it happens.
And what do you say then? Because I hear you, and I'm with you. And I keep hearing people say, and when I say people, I hear these guys who have these radio shows and blogs. They say, yeah, but Shakur needs to build his name up. Tank is established. Tank is selling out arenas. He's selling out this. Shakur still needs to get to that level. He hasn't done that yet. What's your reply to that?
I disagree. Go look at my numbers. Like I'm not no guy that goes out there and don't sell out arenas. I sell out arenas. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, marketing wise. Honestly, I disagree with anybody who has that logic. But at the end of the day, it's not even about that. The fact of the matter is, um, we want to see competitive fights. We want to see competition. We want to see the best fight the best. And I'm the best. He's the best. That's the biggest fight in the world.
So many people love that lightweight division. Why do you think guys at 135, we can't get them to get these fights together? You know what I mean? There's so many good names and big names at 135, and it seems like it's a hard time getting these guys in the ring.
Honestly, I think that it'd been like this before I even got to the division. I've been saying that the 135 division is full of fighters because I felt like the division is overrated because it's full of fighters who talk big, but they don't fight each other. They talk about each other, but they don't make the biggest fights happen in the division. So, um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm here to make the biggest and best fights happen, and I'm gonna keep doing what I can to get that done.
Who do you think is more avoided in boxing? Is it Shakur Stevenson or Jerron Boots Ennis?
I think it's me just being the fact that I'm fighting at a. I I think it's more people that just don't sign up to fight me, if I'm being honest. But Boots is definitely ducked. I think Keith Thurman don't want no parts of Boots. It's definitely some fighters who don't want no parts of Boots. Like they want to stay away from Boots. But I think like I just haven't I'm having a hard time getting fights right now. And I done been signed up to fights like with Frank Martin, they done agreed to terms and people are pulling out of fights. So I think it's me for sure.
Hmm. What weight division do you think, when it's all said and done, you'll finish your career at?
I don't know, maybe 147. Depending, like I'm so like skillfully good. Like I done sparred 54 pounders. Like it's done been a lot of 54. What's the guy that knocked out Fundora? I done sparred
Oh,
with that dude not too
Mendoza.
Yeah, yeah. I sparred with him when I was like a 26 pounder, like no cap,
Wow.
swear to God. But honestly, I feel like I could go up and weight and fight anybody. I think that my skills is gonna carry me through the weight classes.
Wow. Mendoza, by the way, fighting Tim Tszyu just next month. So
Yo,
that's
yo.
interesting. That is interesting. Just for you personally, and I always meant to ask you this: has Shakur Stevenson had to, let's say, change the way you move? Considering, I mean, you were right there when Takeoff was tragically shot and killed. Have you had to change the way you move because of that incident?
Honestly, I don't like speaking on like street situations and stuff like that, but um me personally, sometimes you just at the wrong place, wrong time, and that's life. And that goes for anybody. You can be anywhere and something can happen. So that's how I look at situations like that. But I don't like speaking on certain situations that got two sides of things. So
Got it. When we gonna see you back in the ring? You think?
we definitely November. We just gotta find an opponent.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Last but not least, I've been meaning to ask you this, bro. We got to find a nickname for Shakur Stevenson. You are too great and too good to not have a nickname that that just jumps off the screen. Have you thought about it at all?
Nah, I haven't thought about it. I think nicknames should come to people. So uh I ain't really looking for it. But if anybody was to call me something right now, it would be the boogeyman. Cause I think everybody
Okay.
at 135 is scared of me.
I love it. Listen, man, I always enjoy talking to you. Best of luck. I understand you got like, what is he, a cousin there trying to make the U.S. team, and talk to me about that. And you're coaching him.
Yeah, yeah. My little cousin is like I said, he's a great fighter. He's gonna be the future of boxing when he get his turn. And I'm right there beside him, making sure that he's doing everything possible to make that happen. So right now he's out here trying to qualify for the Olympic trials. And he's definitely gonna win. I can't wait for him to win, and I'm gonna come back and tell everybody I told you so.
Okay, give me the name so I know about him.
Zaquin Moses.
I love it. Saquon Moses. I love it. And Coach Shakur right there in this corner. I appreciate you, man. Hey, look, champ, always love talking to you, man.
Yep, yep. Always love talking to you too, man.
All right. That's what we do here on The Last Stand. We bring you the biggest names in the sport. And I'll tell you, listen, at 135 and in the sport is no bigger than my man right there, the unbeaten Shakur Stevenson. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again next week.